Here we go. I gotta try to keep it down because the family is sleeping. Oh, my doggy's in here though, being cute as always. We'll see if baby Phalange stays. Oh, my tablet isn't on. Alright, it's gonna be a minute before I can get the chat up, but I will at least hear when messages come in. Yeah, Daz and I hung out on Sunday. Yes. Wow, that was yesterday? Yeah, time is weird. And we exchanged a few things. But today is going to be stuff that I did not get from him. It's going to be Ueden Z7 that I got from Rarzies on our Discord. I traded him a Ninjutsu 10 for this, and I rather like it. It's like a Viper Mini shape, pretty much almost exactly, but like really well made. Like, oh my gosh, this is a well-made mouse. Really, really well-made product. Dude, Ueden is just out here killing it. The red in person is stunning. It is absolutely stunning. I mean, do I wish it was more of just like a traditionally coated mouse? Yes. This is still not as slippery as some other, like the IPI Chi that I had. That was pretty bad. I have an Owla X9 here also. It's like a Sora V2 clone. Armor Opticals though, pretty cheap, like 40-50 bucks depending on the version. This is actually the red gold version. The gold comes up on camera, but in person, that gold just looks dark. It looks like dark red. It does not look like gold at all. And then I have something special here. I don't know how I managed to nab this for $80 plus shipping on eBay. This is WL Mouse Huan. Huan? In Celadon. So yes, it in fact has this interesting texture to it that is it looks and feels like ice. Like, it's obviously not cold like ice. I mean, it's metal, so like kinda, but it is interesting. I want to take the grip tape off and see how it actually feels, because the thing is, it's actually kind of slippery. Yeah, I'm actually not, in terms of grip, I can see why this person put grip tape on. Also, WL Mouse's grip tape is like really good. Yeah, this is like a well-made product. Unfortunately, I think I like the... I know it is pretty darn similar. It feels maybe a bit taller. I don't know, hard to say. But I got a few things I got to clean up here on my desk too. All right, we're gonna start though with, sorry, the most boring mouse. Just finishing up this G Wolves mouse that I got for like $12. But yeah, unfortunately, I broke the little retaining clip for the oh, there it is. Okay, I'll see if I can get this retaining clip back in with the ribbon cable for the upper PCB. I might be able to fudge that. Let me just give this a quick little scrub down. Yeah, this mouse I got from GR Liquidators on Amazon. Our chat's not coming through. Okay, I do have... Okay, no, you guys just aren't chatting. Okay. Got this for like 25 bucks with shipping. Pretty cheap for a G-Wolves mouse. It's a Hottie. I think it's just a Hottie. I don't know. The box is wrong. It's not a Hottie S plus 4K. No, it doesn't have a 4K dongle. I don't know this older G-Wolf stuff all that well, if I'm being totally honest. Anywho, it's a creaky mess. The battery was dead, so I was like, hey, can I return it? And they were like, would you be open to a refund? And I was like, a partial refund and keeping it? And I was like, 50%, and I won't take any less. And they took it. So this ended up being $12.50. And I think I'm just gonna sell it because I have too many mice. I am out of all my, oh no. I'm out of like all my storage pockets. It's insane. I have, oh my gosh, you guys. I'm out. I'm out. Where did it all go? I mean, a lot of it is like wired stuff that's kind of just sentimental. Like back when I was playing competitive Battlefront, that's these mice here. My first mouse I ever got as a review sample from Zowie, actually, weirdly. These were just other Zowie mice. And then I have like Some other sentimental stuff that is from my deceased uncle, and that is like one of the first mice I modded. I have one of those pre-production units of the SteelSeries Prime Black Ice. Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff that's like not worth selling. Like this is literally the equivalent of like a $10 mouse, and shipping something that's $10 does not make sense. Oh, dog. Yeah, that's a good girl. Drop the eBay link. What was the first mice you modded? It would have been stuff with paracord. The first mouse, I mean, maybe a little bit of a story was like what got me into mice was, so Star Wars Battlefront had me like made me realize that different mice could rapid fire the EE3 burst rifle better. And I remember going on a Facebook Craigslist. This is actually maybe before Facebook Marketplace, to pick up because it was really cheap, a $15 Razer Abyssus Mirror Edition. Son of a gun. Razer Abyssus Mirror Edition. It ended up not at all rapid firing well, largely because the buttons, the like button shell design for the clicks was so terrible for spamming rapidly. But that was the first time it made me realize, like, oh wow, I actually aim really well with small mice. Because up until then, I mean, I was using like Logitech G500, G700, Logitech G502. I never liked the Death Adder shape. I've come around to it a little bit, but yeah, that was like the first. I don't know if I ever modded that one. I think I did, but that was definitely the first mouse that I bought with like frivolously, I suppose. Like up until then, all my mouse purchases have been like, I need a new mouse. Like the very first mouse I like battery modded or whatever, I couldn't tell you. Is this holding? It does seem to be holding nicely. I'm gonna put a little dab of hot glue on this because I already have my hot glue gun heated up. That was hot. There we go. Sorry, I apologize if I'm a little bit quiet. Let me know if I need to adjust the Rayquaza volume at all. And I also don't know how this camera angle is working. I put a shield to block out the lights overhead because they were washing me out. Anywho. Yeah, it looks okay. What model Dharma Shark M3 do you think is best? The Pro Max is like objectively the best one. It's the most recent release one and it has the best coating. Yeah, M3 Pro Max is easy. Like, I love the Dharma Shark M3 shape, so I understand why other people just think it's like a meh mouse, and that's fine. But because I love the shape so much, I love the coating, and when you swap in Amron Opticals, they feel really nice and snappy in it. So it's on my short list of like, I think the other stream somebody asked me if I could only keep 3 mice, what would they be? And yeah, M3 Pro Max was on my list, but as modded. Stock, you have to really like TTC dustproof switches, which is a choice, especially this day and age. So that little bit of hot glue I put on the switch just help, or on the ribbon cable, just helps keep it stuck down. When you buy like laptops and stuff, they actually will pre-apply that to things like connectors and stuff. It helps, you know, against vibrations. Yeah, the shield is new. I used to have a sticky note on it, but it would kind of flap in the breeze. The webcam's working, right? That's weird. My webcam display, it's off right now. It's just showing black, but it's working. So I don't know. As long as you guys can see it, I suppose. Anyway, how much do I ask for this G-Wolves mouse? I don't even know which model it is exactly. Yeah, it had a bent scroll wheel and a bad battery. So I fixed both of those. And what's it coming in at now? 59 grams and a small mouse with holes. Wow. Things have improved. That's for sure. Alright. Well, enough of this boring mouse. I'm going to set this off to the side for me to list to eBay in a later time. It was funny. So Spec Deals on Twitter posted my... I have a X2H Crazy Light size 1 listed for $77, and he posted it as like, look, a cheap Crazy Light X2H. And I was like, lol. I don't think I actually had that low of a price, but makes me want to just list it to Mouse Market at a little bit lower of a price, so that because eBay fees really blow. All right, I was gonna ask you guys, what do you want to see the first, the Huan or the Ueden? But I don't think I'm gonna disassemble the Huan. Oh, homie didn't take off the skate stickers. Dude, this guy, did he not even use it? The Armor Optical implementation in my copy is kind of weird. They're actually too light. They're very crisp, but they're very light. It's unique. I haven't felt an Armor Optical implementation like this. Like for me, the click feel, I actually like it the most all the way up here. But that's not where I click. Down here, it's actually too light. I think Daz would rather like this. Scroll wheel needs to be notchier too. I guess I can give like kind of a review of the Huan while you guys are here. Z7, alright, I'd do the Z7 first, but just a quick overview of this. I was worried the base would feel cheap because this kind of looks cheap. No, the base is actually pretty decently solid. I'm happy with that. It feels like a nice quality plastic. Grip tape is fantastic, of course. The side buttons are quite good. There's no like gap between them, which I don't really think it's, I guess, a problem. They're located quite well though. They are nice and low. I like to see that. You have slightly of a rear hump. I don't have a Viper Mini on me right now. Button height feels maybe a little bit higher on the Huan. And the Huan feels more like rounded and stubbier. Maybe like a little bit safer. They are quite similar though. If you like... Yeah, I should take off the grip tape. Let's actually do that first. The porcelain finish is unique. So Celadon is... I'm trying to be quiet because people are sleeping. Celadon apparently is like an ancient Chinese porcelain pottery making technique. WL Mouse released a video of their Celadon stuff, and that gives really nice close-ups. It's like a crackled porcelain painted pottery look. It's interesting. Hi, my Leviathan V4 just arrived today. Oh, good. How are you liking it? I brought my ER21 Pro to work today in the nice blue color. And that's what I was using at work all day today. Pretty much. I actually also brought the ROG Harpy Ace, but I stopped using that pretty promptly because the heat-treated skates on it are really slow on the pad I was using, which is the pad that I brought to work. Because it used to be, when Daz and I met up, I gave him my Matrova Balance X in purple mid XL square 500 by 500, and that has been my main work pad. But without that at work, what did I bring today? I brought I carry it around in the whale, or the Laanda, the whale containers. They're like the large cylinders, so they actually work really nicely for transporting my mouse pads because you can stick a few in there. And what did I bring? Oh, I brought an Ember Edge KX100, which is like a kind of controlled hybrid pad. Rather comfortable pad. Yeah, this homie like barely used this mouse. I mean, the tape is still on the skates. There's no odor to it, which is usually like the first thing you can tell when you have grip tape applied. Love everything about it. The blue is so beautiful. The only point I have is the middle click is a bit heavy. Yes. Yep. That is same. That's a ROM thing, I think. Like all their mice that I've used, all their recent releases. The MH01 was pretty damn spammable. It's actually really good. MH01 was my main work mouse for probably like a month. Dude, WL Mouse grip tape is so good. Okay. So how do the sides feel now? Oh no, that's usable. Yeah, it's slick. It's like, oh, it's interesting. In person, it's pretty. Like, I think on camera it looks pretty much just white, but in person, especially up against the white bottom, you can tell that it's blue. And yeah, again, it has this crackled appearance. I don't know how well that's really coming through, but it looks nice. It's fun that it's like actually a texture difference. Looks glittery, yes. So, yes, it is kind of glittery, but the glittery, it's not like a metallic flake glittery. It's like I honestly don't know what else would cause glitter. I think it's that, like, okay, so when you take like a clear coat, like a porcelain clear coat finish, and then you kind of crackle it, which I don't know how they crackle it, but they do. Then it leaves all these like scratches, and those scratches kind of catch the light, and that's why I'm kind of comparing it to like ice. Not the thing going on in the US right now, but the solid form of water. Bummer, I'm not gonna be able to fit it all on one sheet. That's actually annoying. Alright, well, they'll just overlap a little bit. Yeah, it's interesting. So it's like slick, but it has this like crackle texture to it. I don't know. It feels exactly how it looks on camera. Like, I'm not gonna lie, a proper rubberized coating would be, like a UV coating would be better in terms of grip. But if you want something for like the novelty or something, I don't know. Sure, it's cool. WL mouse, I believe the WL stands for Huan Ling. I don't know what that means, but that's what the AliExpress listings will say. They'll call it Huan Ling. And I don't know if that's I guess they're pretty happy about their Chinese heritage if they're doing this Celadon thing and saying it's like an ancient Chinese art form. Okay, so one shape difference of the Huan that I do not like is it's a little bit safer. Yeah, this ridge, I don't have as much on this ridge. This rounds over a little bit more, kind of like, you know what this would be? I would say combine a Viper Mini with a GPX 2C. I don't actually have a 2C, but I do have an Owla V9, which is a clone. And this is, if you grip, there's just a lot of rounding going on right here. I don't know if this really comes up, but with all the rounding right here, if you put your finger down all the way down here, you feel nice and locked in, like you got something to lift from. But if you grip up higher, it just rounds over too much. Yeah, the Ueden does not have, Viper Mini type shape does not have as much. I mean, you still can, but it's not as much. Oh, that's a bummer. I actually do think I like the, oh yeah, I do like the Ueden shape more. Yeah, it's just that this is just too, oh man, my finger just wants to slide right on up. And that's not totally because of the coating, that's largely because of the, yeah, because of the finish, or the shape. Okay, well, we'll just decide. I don't know if I'm just going to sell this. I wouldn't, because I don't have a good Viper Mini clone. I have Glorious Series 1 Pro and Deluxe M800 Ultra, but I have wireless interference issues with the M800 Ultra. So the Huan, I think I'm just going to set off to the side for now. Maybe I'll sell it. The Z7. Let's open up the Z7. Take photos for Reddit too. Alright. You guys see that Tenta-X Jade Fire artwork was revealed today? 52 grams. Yeah, that feels about right. It feels actually kind of heavier, maybe 53 grams. That is with dot skates too, so to be fair. I got this in a trade. Okay, who lucked out, guys? I traded Rarzies, who's a regular here. He actually might be watching, for a Ninjutsu 10 non-air in black. I don't know if I got, if I swindled him. I don't know. The thing is, the ninjutsu will probably retain its resale value for longer, but the ninjutsu I think is depreciated more already. I think they're both roughly $100 MSRP mice. The Ueden is really pretty in person though. Oh man, like when the light hits this, the contrast between all the swirls is really, it's stark. Other than the gold buttons are quite cool. I was thinking about trading Daz for his silver one, and then I would swap side buttons. So he would have a red with silver accents, and I would have a silver with gold accents, because I always like silver and gold. I just love how gaudy it is. Oh, they came up pretty easily. Cool. Yeah, dude. They do a good job. I'm telling you. This is good. Yep, same factory as like all the IPI stuff. Yeah, this is... Take some pictures here. Ueden does... Oh, I didn't even talk about the mouse, but the Ueden, they do a really good job. Their middle mouse is really nice and spammable. It has a really nice, fluffy, cushiony rubber to it, too. And they're using a Huan black shell green dot micro switch, which these feel great for middle mouse buttons. Encoder is a TTC gold dust proof 11 millimeter, and it's already pretty. Yeah, it's like a 7 out of 10 notchy. I could go notchier, especially since it's 11 millimeter. And this is an early version that features Omron opticals. Surprisingly, I don't know what the new one uses. 3950 sensor in this, Nordic 54L15. And then they even have a separate, the antenna's like separated here. That looks really nice. We can grab a couple photos here. We got a nice big battery in here, and then I'm definitely gonna mod to a smaller one. Side button bracket looks just the same as the IPI Chi that I recently disassembled, and I love it. There's no screws necessary. You just kind of bend the shell and it fits in there snug. They're using full-size micro switches. Yeah, the side buttons on this are rock solid, and you can see here they do a few things. So first of all, they're using Wano green shell, black shell green dots, which these are great switches. Tactile, really good spring back. Oh my gosh, dude, the gold is like shining in my eyes. They are limiting teeter-totter by having these little ribs here. Yeah, just really well made. And then limiting top flex with this here. Yeah, this new bracket stuff that people are doing, I'm really happy with. And the whole mold, they call it carbon fiber, but to me it feels like nylon. It feels like a nylon plastic blend. Because it feels, nylon is kind of a softer, it feels kind of spongy. Oh, this was the box it came in too. I don't know if I really want to... Is there anything worthwhile seeing inside the box? Yeah, it came with this little strap that was cute. It's just ribbon. So I don't know, you can go wrap your gifts with that. Have you ever said what your real first name is? It's Eric. Yeah, I've said it a few times. Okay, so we have here red grip tape. Oh, they even have a cutout for the little LED. That's kind of cool. And I got extra skates in here. I don't know if it came... I don't know. Is Rarzy's in here? I don't think so. That box is clean. Yeah. Huge dongle. This thing's big. I mean, mouse for scale. Yeah. It's not very heavy though. It feels kind of cheap, plasticky. Not like cheap. This thing has a coating to it. Oh my gosh, that's funny. It has like the Owla coating. And the cable. Oh damn, that's a thick boy. Yeah, that's a really thick cable. Isn't that funny how we've come full circle with like cable thickness? It used to be all about like thinner, paracorded, highly flexible, and then once cables stopped mattering. I think particularly around the time of wireless, like some wireless mice are like higher polling only on the wireless, not on the wired. And so maybe they want to discourage that. Anyway. The little lace thing's kind of funny. Give me you Whedon branded lingerie, please. Don't ask. Went to a friend's wedding this summer who I met online. He has such a hard time calling him his actual first name, not his gamer tag. Yeah, that's fine. Daz was so I met up with an IRL friend a few years ago, and I hung out with him and his whole family. And this is an IRL friend who I've gamed with every single week, like religiously, since 2018, but we met back in like 2017. He has 6 kids. When I met up with him, he had 5, and we went on like a family canoe outing, and it was a ton of fun. And it was so funny when I showed up at his house. He's in a different state. I'm like, to his kids, I'm like, hi, I'm Eric. And they all just like blankly look at me. They're young. They're like ages like 3 to 10. And then I go, I mean, I'm Phalanges. And they all get really excited. They're like, Phalanges, because that's what they knew me by. And it was funny. So my gaming buddy, Destroyer, his name is Aaron, would strategically avoid calling me by name. It was funny. When I meet up with Daz, Daz is such a natural name. I've called him Daz in real life before. I've also called him by his real name. I don't know. I know he said it, but I won't say it. And oh, that is some thick cables. Whoa, buddy. I hope that's a hefty battery. I hope we can get some weight savings out of that. But he like roasted me one time, being like, yeah, I think it's weird how people call each other by their gamer tag in real life. Like, just call me by my real name if you know it. And I was like, oh, I really don't care either way. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, you realize names are just a construct, right? Who someone is matters much more than their name. I think I'm past due on a couple, or not past due. I think I'm backed up with a couple posts to Reddit. I forget what I've disassembled recently. This Uweed I really like, though. I'm going to use this at work tomorrow, and I'm happy to see, yes, we got a 9.7 gram. I'm guessing this is 500 milliamp hour. Yes, 500 milliamp hour, 3.7 volt. Thank goodness no fast charging. Means I can safely weight mod. Cool. How many viewers do we have? I think my thing's bugged. It just says 3. Red connector. Why? I don't know. Yeah, the dongle's a little goofy looking. Let's check scroll wheel weight. Oh man, that's in there. Good. All right, we're gonna disassemble that then. Yeah, I am like 100% okay with people calling me Phalanges or Eric in real life. It really does not matter to me. When was Schwamper? When did you meet up with an IRL person? You said this was at a wedding? This summer. What games did you guys play together? How long had you known each other? I assume pretty well if you were invited to the wedding. Were they far too? Like, was it a huge travel? A lot of travel? Oh, dude, these CNC aluminum wheels are very nice. A little bit hefty. Definitely adds cost to them too. 1.85 grams, so not at all bad. Not at all bad. Alright, I'm gonna wait with the dot skates. Whatever. Sue me. 7.7 grams. That's fine. It's not insane. I had the same friend since I was 15. I'm 26 now and we call each other by gamer tags. Yeah. Right on, dude. Oh, this is good to know. Yeah, I forgot the IPI cheated this too. There's this little nugget that goes on the front. No, take a look at the bottom, sure. Bottom PCB picture. We met playing Destiny 2 during COVID, and yeah, from Washington to New Jersey. Oh, wait. Washington, D.C. Okay, not Washington State. Holy crap, that across the country. Damn. And I don't think I'm going to change anything about the clicks. I rather like the clicks. These are also nicely binned. Well, wait, how nicely binned, though? Oh, yeah, that actually could be better. My right mouse is better than my left. That's okay, I'm not going to change them. No, Washington State. It was across the country. Oh my gosh. Hey, Ryzies. Look at what I've done to your boy. So unfortunately, I am going to have to turn on the soldering iron to do the battery swap. Did you manage to use that V8? Managed to use that V8 that you modded yet? Are you talking about the one that I did on stream? Fun fact, I've actually had... So I helped Daz assemble those mice, right? But I actually had my own assembled copy for 2 weeks now. And yes, I have had some use on it. So it's called the Project W Jaeger with a J, so Jaeger. Moves like a Jaeger. And it's an aggressive shape. It's a shape that I aim well with. It's a fatiguing shape for me to use at work, which is where I was testing it. But I should really fire up. I actually fired up Kovacs for the first time in a long time yesterday. And I was doing Kata long strafes, which is one of my like favorite. It's just like a nice chill one that I understand well and I don't have to think a ton about. And it's primarily a reactive tracking scenario. Little bit of, I mean, yeah, not really target switching. Anywho. And I like nearly, I didn't do well at all. And then I switched to the mouse that I've been, you guys want to know which mouse I've been putting the most time on? Is this damn thing. Friggin' the Save the Whales edition Royal Clutch MG5. Dude, for whatever reason, the shape just works for me. I don't know. It's a Dex Mini, and it just really works. Where's the Dex Mini clones, dude? Where's the actual Dex Mini? It's just, I need to turn this off. It's just, it's like well made. The coding is like weird, but like it doesn't bother me. It actually kind of works. The thing is, it's light. What do we have this coming in at? And the Armor opticals that I put in it, they're just really nice. They're really nice. 45 grams and an ergo is just really nice. Middle mouse is really nice. Oh, it's like, I don't know, guys. It's just, the shape just works for me. So, weird, but that's what's had the most time on. And I got like 9,400 on Cattle Long Strafes, which is like 100 points. It's like within 3% of my PR, 2% of my PR. So, weird. Why are they only promoting Jaeger, not Opus? These are questions I don't really want to answer right now. I also don't have the answer. I will say I'm talking to Wins, who's in Canada, and he does I think like marketing or something for them. And then the main guy with Project W, he goes by Fat Free Water. He's a really nice guy. They are very active. Like whenever I DM them in Discord, they respond within seconds, like instant. Like as soon as I send the message, their thing pops up as typing. So if you guys have questions for them, maybe join their Discord. They do have a Discord, I think, with a couple thousand people. I believe Project W started out, he did like custom keyboard group buys and building services, and then he's expanded into mice, and it'll be really good discussion on Mousecast in a week and a half. Again, not this week. This week is Pulsar ZK, Frosty ZK from Pulsar, formerly from Lamzu. He's also in the Yuki AIM group and plays for Team Solo Mid Valorant. So, is he the most talented person we've had on the pod in terms of AIM potential? Maybe. I know Paradis from Metrova is really damn good too. Like a lot of Kovac scenarios, he's I think in the like top 500 for some scenarios, at least the scores that I've seen him post. Yeah. Should be getting my Incaz 029 next week. Cause your Reddit review and JQ's review. Yeah, good. I should try their skates today. Are they gonna send some to me? Oh, Project W? Who has the V8? He does. What? Okay. What's Snippy Snip? Me when I'm done having kids. Yeah, we'll go. We can go pretty short because the connector's like right there. Snippy snip. Actually, yeah, that's discussion question on Mousecast this week. Question for Frosty ZK. We do need more questions for him, guys. Otherwise, I'm gonna ask him things like, "Would you get a vasectomy once you're done having kids?" And he's gonna be like, what? That's a hell of a first question." Don't even let him introduce himself. It's nice though. Everyone that we've talked to so far has been very, very good to discuss with. And we don't, I mean, after we have people on the pod, we do sometimes chit chat. I believe Daz is part of like a reviewer chat that's pretty active, but like other than that, I did talk to Melon today. He reached out with some technical questions. I guess I'll put it that way. Logpile used to be pretty active with Daz and I. He's kind of left the space to focus on like things that matter more in life than mice, which is cool. I don't know if Daz still talks to Datboy Guru. They used to talk like a ton. Like on that little, remember the like Discord recap thing that they had going on? Was I Daz's most talked to? I don't remember. I know he was for me. I don't know if I was for him, but I know he and Guru talk a ton. I never tweeted that I was live. This is supposed to be a pretty chill stream. I don't know if I'm gonna have to go take care of baby phalanges if he wakes up. My wife is having to take him to the doctor's appointment tomorrow, and it's just comical how like the appointment's at 11, but like that's just such an ordeal just going anywhere with a newborn. The unpredictability, I don't know. Part of me is like, just embrace the unpredictability and like accept that you're gonna have to change him probably in a public restroom. And luckily she's going to a doctor's office, so like if she needs to breastfeed, then they're gonna have places for that because it's literally a pediatric office. Dude, you heard Melon broke his super strike today? Is it about the springs? I know he was messaging me about springs, and I don't think I was giving him quite the answer he wanted. He wanted to be mad, I think. Am I the only one here that doesn't replace stock skates? No, I'm with you. If the stock skates are good, I'll definitely keep them. And especially with the soft pads that I have, having large stock skates are nice. Luna 33 has had the best stock skates I've tried personally. Get out of there, dude. When the time comes, they gotta go. Oh, there you go. New merch just dropped. T-shirt that just says stock skates. They gotta go. I wonder if there's like a manufacturer out there who would just be like, yeah, we're not even going to ship our mouse with skates because people can just buy their own. No, that's probably pretty stupid. Like at the very least, they should definitely at least include dots. And I don't really know how much, when you buy skates from a supplier in bulk, like how much cost does it really add, you know? I don't know. An interesting question. I should try to get the flick fire mouse guy. Or not flick fire cheese. No. Yeah, flick fire, not flick shot cheese. The names, bro. You know, the NPen Fortnite mouse guy? Because I DM'd him with him on Reddit a little bit. When the... What is it called? Flick Edge now? They called it a new product, which is kind of unfortunate and misleading. He said they worked with the most expensive skate manufacturer in China. So I wonder what that actually looks like. Like what are expensive skates BOM cost? BOM, bill of material, BOM. You know, like what's the actual cost for him? $5? $10? Because like, bro, if it's like $10, I would say drop the price by $10 and just don't ship it. Realistically, you could even drop the price by more than $10. Because $10 input cost means that you actually, like material cost means you actually need more. Because you have administrative overhead, purchasing, procurement, logistics, packaging, blah, blah, blah. So, like, realistically, I don't know. When I worked at a previous startup that I was at, I did a lot of product design and just ballpark 50%. Ballpark. This is, I mean, it's totally different for different industries. Consumer electronics is going to be probably lower margin than industrial equipment, which is what I was designing, but in general, yeah, 50%. So if we were selling something for $20,000, my BOM cost target would be around 10,000. Really, really rough rule of thumb. It is really not at all a hard rule at all. Melon said they just constantly register clicks now, even without clicking. Yeah, he was going off in chat with me about the springs. So right, the buttons like rest on little spring perches. And he was concerned about like asking me about like how much do you know about like spring life longevity? And I'm like, for like compression springs, I'm pretty sure compression springs, you're gonna be talking like probably tens, if not like hundreds of millions of cycles before fracture. And also like, what do we call failures? Failure, fracture, or whatever. And he said, well, there was Jake who had problems with his Death Adder V4. The middle mouse uses like a spring, and he said it like compressed, like permanently. I was like, really? That's wild. So like if you took it out, the spring would actually be shorter than a new fresh one? And he was like, yeah, I think so. But anyway, I don't know. Just when you... Yeah. I just warned him that if you're gonna get really technical about it, you need to have data to back it up. If you're gonna say the spring, like that Super Strike springs break, and then when they break, now the button, it's not, if they compress, right? Now the button's sitting lower than it was before, so now you're registering clicks without it actually clicking. I don't know if that's the actual issue he was having today, but this is just what he was DMing me about. This was more of a... He said he didn't actually have like the problem with springs breaking. This is just more of a postulating. BTR, Julio. but just if you in engineering, it's called a before you ship something, you do what's called the DMFEA, design, or DFMEA, design failure modes and effects analysis. And then if something does fail, then you do what's called the root cause analysis. And these are fancy words for stuff that's really just common sense. I mean, it's just, you know, root cause analysis. You just like look at what failed, how it failed, gather data as to what led to the failure. It's really just, you guys remember like scientific method stuff from school? It's really just that. It's just, instead of just being like, oh, Logitech garbage mouse, garbage product, springs break. Instead, it's like, take a scientific method approach to it. Define the problem, gather observations, gather data, formulate a hypothesis, prove or disprove it. It's kind of just like that. Root cause analysis is just the same way. But it's just that you have to take off your goggles of, your goggles with bias. That's how I'm gonna do my... Oh, I should check and see if this turns on. Yep, we do have a green LED there. Yeah, you guys can see the green. Okay, cool. Good, we're gonna get like a nice 6 gram reduction from this. This is gonna be coming at like 46, 47-ish grams. That'll be nice. Wonderful. They lubed the scroll wheel. They pre-lubed it, which is really nice to see. I don't know, I guess I have to catch myself. I mean, my job is in a technical field, so like sometimes I just assume that people will like be more data driven. I think that's just not always the case. People tend to default to talking about things by experience, which is fine. But yeah, if you're gonna like publish a review calling out like Logitech, I think you have to decide either you stay in your lane and you talk only about experience, or if you are gonna get really technical about it, you better damn well have done your homework. Because you're just opening yourself up for correction, and when you're corrected, then you lose legitimacy. Like one thing that isn't really talked about is micro switches. So if an Omron optical is rated for 70 million clicks, what does that mean, you guys? Like seriously, what does 7 million click life rating mean? Does that mean at 7 million clicks, you click at 70 million at one times and boom, the thing just stops clicking? It won't. Does it no longer have a detent? Does it no longer make a sound? Does it still work? It just doesn't make a sound? Does it make a sound and there's no contact and it just doesn't work? And is it at 70 million exactly and just like that it's dead? No. You know, these are, you know, there's averages and there's different failure modes. So I know we don't like to get really into the weeds because life is complicated. But anytime you analyze something, you have to get into the weeds. You have to. Am I forgetting anything? I don't think so. Probably double clicking starts. That's just one failure mode, dude. And then if you're like a manufacturer, what if... Remember, double clicking also is not... Hang on. Let me demonstrate something for you guys. Double clicking is not as straightforward as what you think. So the debounce, so anytime you close a switch or open a switch, you need to have debounce in it for every switch. except for like home lighting. So anytime you have like something really precise, like registering a mouse click, you need to have debounce, because what happens is when you're about to make that switch contact, you've clicked it, and in slow motion, zoomed in on a microscope, that contact is coming to land and make contact with the end of the switch and close it and complete the electrical circuit. There's a point in time that as that gets closer, they're so close that there begins electrical arcing. And that electrical arcing will look like, if this is the off position here, and this is the on position here, it'll look off, off, off. That'll jump on, jump off, jump on, jump off, jump on, jump off, jump on, jump off, jump on, before it then settles on while it's doing that closing in slow motion. So you'll end up with, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clicks within, this might be this is time here, so this might be, I don't know, let's call it, this might be over the course of 2 milliseconds. It depends on a whole bunch of things like the spring speed, probably the voltage, arcing, and all that. So double clicking, when you say your mouse begins double clicking, well, hey, guess what? All mice double click. All mice do, except for optical stuff, right? Every electrical contact switch has this. It's just that they bake into a firmware. They say, okay, ignore all clicks for 2 milliseconds once it's red, ignore the next 2 milliseconds. So what you're doing in your driver is you're setting how many milliseconds long this is. So a manufacturer, even though they give us a debounce slider, they might also have in the firmware, they might have a baked in number, because they don't want to have to deal with RMAing units, So if you say 70 million click that's when it starts double clicking and that's the failure, well, shoot, dude, they could just bake in 4 milliseconds of click debounce, and that will extend their switch life rating, because all switches double click, but this is just, you're going to let it double click for longer, and you're going to let it wear down more and more, and you just accept that it's okay because you've baked in enough debounce. So this is where lawyers have a field day. I don't know. I guess moral of the story is, guys, whenever you listen to any sort of, particularly with things on the internet, whenever you listen to any sort of story that has a lot of detail to it, and you hear whether it's news or science or whatever, and you hear some influencers take and they just summarize it really, really succinctly, it's never the whole picture. It's never the whole picture, because there's always definitions can be changed. Except for a few things. But I suppose I won't get into that. Cough, pedophiles cough. There's no twisting that definition to when it's okay. My doggie's itching her face. Oh, that's the cutest damn thing, dude. Very nice. I suppose I should have taken a picture with the battery. Oh well. Yeah, this mouse reassembled really nicely. I'm surprised how rigid it is. How usually there's crazy clips all along the sides. But why don't we 46.3 grams. Nice. I'll take it, dude. Very nice. I will pop this open real quick just to show the battery for Reddit. Yeah, the little holes is kind of cool. Yeah, in the Jaeger that Daz and I got from Project W, which is 3D printed, my unit has these same kind of holes and his unit does not. So we got different batches or whatever. He doesn't, Fat-Free Water doesn't print them himself. He works with a company. Forged carbon fiber looks so good to me. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is faked, obviously. Where did I put the box? Here's the box. Oh, look, forged carbon fiber. And then you zoom in on it, and it's literally just micro-textured plastic. That's all it is. I don't know if you guys hear that. It just has that, swooshy swoosh texturing sound. I don't know. They say that this is real carbon fiber. I don't know. To me, it just looks like nylon. Maybe there is chopped carbon fiber in it. I don't know. Maybe there's a way to like test polymers. Anywho. But yes, it's like a spongier feeling plastic. I don't know. Nylon's a softer plastic. Like nylon, you can think of if you have like a plastic spatula or a plastic cooking utensil. Those are very often nylon. I mean, even like your like drawstring, your backpack, like the woven material that your backpack is nylon, usually woven nylon. Mouse pads, speed pads, spandex, like legging material is usually a blend of spandex, nylon, and polyester. Polyester will feel kind of like actually, I don't want to say this absolutely because I'm not 100% sure, but my understanding is polyester typically feels like synthetic cotton. Nylon will feel more plasticky and fibrous. And then spandex, we all know spandex is going to feel like rubbery. Yeah, so again, when they blend polymers, they melt all of them together. And then the forging process is it's injection molding. They're not actually forging. I don't think you gain any, are there any applications of actually forging a plastic? I don't think so. I mean, the term forging, it's like you're cold working metal, or like you're working metal, and that changes the grain structure. Like relieves dislocation movements, and that's not something that plastics don't have a grain structure like metals do. I think I'll run 3 6-dot skates like Schwamper has here, or Mr. Arzies. I just start saying all the regulars, all their names in chat. Yeah, I don't know what skates these are. They feel kind of glossy. Yeah, those clicks feel really good. Alright, I'm happy with this. I was gonna see if Daz wanted to play any games. I kind of want to. I was kind of hoping he would DM me. I was hopeful. Well, do we want to do something to the Huan? I kind of do, but I don't. Like, part of me wants to just sell it as is, and the other, because I actually don't know. This is worth a lot of money. I don't know if it's worth... Like, it's not on... It's a fine mouse, it's just the shape isn't working for me. That's it. The Celadon in person does look pretty cool. It does look pretty cool. It's a pretty mouse. What's the red mouse on the top? This is an Aula X9. This is a Sora V2 clone pretty much. I'm on Opticals X9 Max, I guess. There's like a gold and red colorway, which is what I got, but in person, there's actually no gold, even though that's what comes up on camera. 17 people watching? Wait. What are you guys doing with your lives? Holy... I was about to take down the stream because I thought there were only 3 people watching. Do you guys want to see me do another mouse then? I kind of don't want to do the Huan. I'm sorry, I'm boring. It's a good mouse. There's not like side button wobble. My only critiques are like shape aside, because that's a subjective experience. Perhaps this gap here is kind of big. It's tight though. It is. Dude, magnesium shells. The bottom doesn't feel as cheap as it looks. We have a proper power slider, none of that on off press and hold bull crap. Scroll wheel has not the best detents. It's like 7 out of 10 detents, but they're quiet and it's smooth. Yeah, middle mouse is pretty average. No, middle mouse I'd say is slightly above average for spammability. It's a little bit on the lighter side if you're okay with that. Side buttons, no real play. I think I already went over this, but yeah, just the Celadon is cool. It feels exactly how it looks. It feels like a textured porcelain. Oh, like, can you guys hear this? Yeah, can you guys hear that? Test, hello. Yeah, that's what it feels like. It's cool. It looks like cracked. The crackling to it almost looks... like there's a problem with it, but it's because it's intentional. It's actually kind of cool. And then I also have this green mouse sitting over here. This is a Thunder Robot ML9 Mini. This is a mouse I had Dad hold on to for a long time. I mean, how long ago did he review it, guys? And I asked him to hold on to it because I wanted to buy it from him. And then I also bought this. This is a weird one, guys. This is the ML9, so 901, I think. So like these are very much the same shape, just this is the original and it's elongated. This is the stubbier version. Something weird about this. Okay, this is like 21 bucks on AliExpress. It has a 33.95, which is impressive. I think some of the specs, the Neuralink version got a pretty bad review from Pizogel. The skates I haven't even removed yet. The base is pretty cringe. The problem with this is the weight. It's coming in at like 76 grams, but I got it because after I had like coupons expiring. So after everything all said and done, I paid like, I posted it to Discord. I paid like $1.63 or something like that for it. It's coming in at 73 grams, womp womp. I know it has a big beefy 600 milliamp hour battery, and I can probably do some base sanding to get this down, but I don't think I'll be able to get sub 60 grams, which is really disappointing. It's a largish mouse, and it's actually a really nice shape. It has this like nice tapering towards the front, so like a lot of large mice really want you to grip like here. This one really wants you to grip far forward. If you're a really far forward gripper, like the narrowest point is all the way up here by these sliders. I'd sell it if the shape isn't for you, for the Huan. Yeah, I'm probably gonna sell. That's the problem, is like okay, so I bought it for $80 plus shipping, and at that rate I'm like, it's a really damn good mouse for 80 bucks. Like it's a really well made product, but I can sell it for like what, 130, and I'm like, guys, I got way too much on the wall back here. I am a WL mouse shill, so I wanted to like it, but yeah, the shape just isn't quite for me. Oh, it has the AI cat dongle too, which I don't know if this has been shown, but the cat dongle, it's in a holder. Let me birth it out of here. Oh, this thing's actually not that heavy. I haven't even turned this thing on. In fact, Rarzies, I hope he didn't ship me a busted mouse, because I don't think I ever even turned his on. We haven't had a base sanding stream in a while. Yeah, I have a whole list of, you guys want to see my list of things to base sand? Hang on, personal information, there you guys go. Yeah, a ton of stuff. I actually don't know if I want to base sand my Viper V2 PUBG. I do want to get the weight down, because that's like the one thing that I don't like about the Viper V2. I love the shape, dude. Viper V2 is a really slept on mouse. Like, people forget, it still sells all day long on eBay for like 40 bucks. It's a friggin' great mouse. Remember, it's $39.50. Anyway, the ML9 here is interesting in that it has a coating I haven't felt before. It's like it feels like, first of all, you guys can see my fingerprints on it, right? It's like a good coating, but it's not rubberized. It feels like an industrial, like a spray-on coating that you would maybe use for like handrail grip, or maybe as like an acoustic coating. It has like a coarseness to it that is, it's actually really, so if you have, so something that a lot of mice don't do well is if you have oily hands. Okay, if you have wet hands, you know, a glossy mouse. Okay, so like a glossy mouse, like a lot of these metallic mice are pretty glossy. If you have dry hands, these are very grippy. If you have wet hands, they're terrible. However, all mice coatings are pretty bad if you have oily hands. This mouse, if you have greasy ass hands, actually works really well, especially with this stupid waffling here. But like, this is not a terrible mouse. Like, for 20 bucks, it's one of the cheapest 33.95s you can get. Interestingly, they like to mount the encoder on the opposite side. They mount it on underneath right mouse button, so pressing down the scroll wheel feels a little bit weird. Like, it gives this way rather than that way. I'm between buying a Viper V2 and the M3 Pro Max LOIDK. Both really good mice. If you're gonna mod, M3 Pro Max. I'm biased, dude. M3 Pro Max is a better coating. If you mod it, it can get lighter. I would go M3 Pro Max personally, but Viper V2, the thing is they're very different in that the M3, it's a big mouse. It's a Final Mouse Classic shape. And then the Viper V2 is a low profile like an FK2 or FK1, FK2, something like that. Anyway, do we want to take apart the Aula? Yes, I don't think he's getting on tonight. It's like 11:30. What am I smoking that we would even play anything? Let's start the Aula. Let's see how fast we can go along here. So stock skates on the Aula are fine. They're like super thin. They are rounded, but it's a pretty much, it feels like a one-to-one of a Sora V2. Maybe, I don't know. I don't have my Sora V2. Daz is borrowing it for his Sora V3 review, which apparently I'm getting a review unit. The clicks are Omron Opticals, and they, not a whole lot of button wobble, a little bit. They're light. They're implemented rather light. I personally don't like them this light, but some people might. Side buttons are also the same way, where they're rather light, not a whole lot of travel. They're definitely using mini micro switches, not a whole lot of teeter-totter, and basically no shell sync on the forward mouse button. Back mouse button definitely has a bit more, but they're still definitely good. Scroll wheel, middle mouse is pretty typical for Aula. 7 out of 10 tactility on the wheel, and it's fairly quiet. Skates, thin black, they're really not that great. Aula mice are like, buy them cheap, mod the battery, swap skates, and then it's a fantastic mouse. Yeah, the shape is very much just Sora V2, so it's yeah, rear hump, kind of flattish buttons. You do get some comfort grooves, especially if you click down farther. They have a nice wide USB-C port, which is nice to see, so you're not going to struggle with cable compatibility. And the stock weight, I can tell it is back heavy, like gripping it here in line with the sensor, definitely a little bit back heavy. Grab that photo, 49.3 grams. I am hoping that this has a nice fat 500 milliamp hour in it. And weirdly, the color is similar. Do you want a big or a small? You're talking to him. Color looks really nice and red, orangish, by the way. Yeah, so that orangish you guys are seeing does not at all show up in person. In person, it is a 2 shades of red. That's it. On camera, it shows up as like this orangish gold. And that's what the product photos show. But I'm telling you, in person, I can't even take a picture of it because in picture, it still looks orange. In person, it's 2 shades of red. This, let me point to something. Yeah, in person, this is red. And like these stripes are dark red. Oh, the print quality is not great. See the like pixelation? Maybe it's not coming through on that. Anyway, yeah, it looks cool though. Oh, I didn't talk about the coating. The coating is the typical Aula coating, which is like, it feels like a silicone coating. It's not. It feels rubbery but not grippy. I forget what I compared it to so well a long time ago. Kind of like, it feels like a sprayed on. Oh, I think that's what I compared it to, like a Teflon spray. Have you ever used like a dry lubricant spray? It feels kind of like that. So yeah, it's actually like kind of slippery. The Royal Clutch MG5 Save the Ocean Whales edition is kind of similar. Oh, what did I do with my spudger? I guess I'll just grab a new one. Alright, skates. What do we think these skates are going to weigh? They're rather big, but they're thin. So I'm thinking they're only going to weigh like... Oh, yeah, these are thin. Oh, man. They are bi-layer skates, though. They're 2-layer skates. Why, dude? Why is this... They're thin. Oh, man, these are thin. So normally skates like this big, if we're talking something not crazy like a Corp Heads, but something thick, these 2 skates together would probably be close to 2 grams, but I'm thinking they're going to be half of that combined. Oh, maybe a little bit more than I thought. I'm messing up that skate. Whoops daisy. Start from this side. Yeah, dude, half the time I never even use the little holes that they have for removing skates. I don't really use them. You gotta go... Okay, I need my flathead. I need to find where I put it. Here it is. This is a bit sharper than these plastic ones, which allows me to get under the skate a bit better. Even if I have to scuff up the base, it's okay, because we won't see it. There we go. Yeah, see, they have like the bi-layer to them, but that's not actually good. 1.5 grams, cool. Well, at least we'll save a gram going to like dot skates. Happy with that. Oh, I'll remove the middle skate ring is actually raised. Actually properly raised. I think I will keep it then. Actually, they look kind of slow. I actually haven't used this mouse a ton. I showed this to Daz. So, pretty crazy. I'm actually getting a review unit of a Sora V3. There's a guy on Twitter who was going around, I think Ninjutsu was like, hey, Mr. Airman, we gotta send out 50 copies. Can you make a list of 50 people? And I don't know if he was like struggling to find people or what, but I guess I got added to the list. I didn't see my DMs though for like 6 days, so... But I'll be doing a disassembly stream with it. I don't know if I'm gonna do full-length content. Like, I don't know, man. It's not a super exciting release. There's a slight shape difference, actually, shockingly, versus the Sora V2. Yeah. Sora V3, it has like, I noticed when I was at Daz's, this ridge here on the right and left side, it's more rounded. And I think I noticed the hump was a little bit more X2H-like. It's still, X2H is still like its own unique thing where it has this very bulbous, very back-focused, spherical feeling hump. But Sora V2's hump, it did feel maybe slightly back more, or maybe slightly more, instead of like flattened, a little bit more ball-like. Alright, let's get that bottom picture now. Nice. Dude, I'm digging this music. It is... I know I've listened to it a lot. I don't know. I am down for more DMCA free music playlist suggestions if anyone has some. The problem is some of these DMCA free... Okay, first of all, the playlists are garbage. You have to... Because, like, one of the... You'll be listening to a playlist that's like 200 songs long, and there will be like 3 songs that are copyright claimed because the owner decided to, like, no, I'm actually going to enable my I'm going to enforce this now. And it, like, affects your entire stream, your entire YouTube video. Damn, that's tight. Oh, baby. Okay, well, that was pretty tight. Wow, that is an efficient PCB. We're doing Realtek. Wait, what did Aula use before? Were they using Realtek before? Bro, this is a fantastic PCB. Nice. That's tight. No sidewall reinforcement, but it still felt good. Yeah, mini micro switches just as I expected. And these Omrons, hang on, these felt not that tactile, or they felt kind of light. No? They feel okay. Yeah, they feel fine. Alright, it's just the shell. Is this foam? No, that's hard. Well, good. I'm liking what I'm seeing here. So inside we have like a bare... That's interesting. The red on the inside is much more vibrant than the top shell. Yeah, the like snot coating that they put on this makes it muted. seen enough that Sora V3 shell flex is crazy. Yeah, it is pretty funny. It is. If you're like, I want to get a Ninjutsu Sora. Oh, hang on, I need pictures. If you're like, I want to get a Ninjutsu Sora, I might as well get the newest one. Like, sure, the V3 does have like the highest in specs technically. And like the side buttons are nice on it. Yada yada. The coding's nice. The coding is definitely an improvement over other ones. I don't know. Personally, if I was going to recommend a Sora to a friend, I would just say go like... Even this Owlet X9 ain't bad for half the price. I don't know what Sora V3's price is, actually. I assume it's going to be like around $100. And this is around like 40, 50. So... I would just tell a friend to get a clone or to buy a used like V2 or V1. But let's say you are in the world of like, no, I want a new Sora V3 because I have such a huge hard-on for Ninjutsu. It's not a bad product. That sidewall flex, it's not... It's farther forward than anybody would put their fingers reasonably. Plus, it's so far forward, it's like, even if you do grip this far forward, if you pinch this far forward, like, your thumb is so I don't know. You'd have to like... It becomes harder to pinch. Like, move your fingers way the heck up on the mouse, and it just becomes harder to pinch versus down here. Because, like, I don't know, like, your fingers are no longer directly across from one another, so you don't have that, like, reactive... I'm not, guys, I'm not shilling Ninjutsu. So, I mean, it's cool that they're sending one out, but I'm not... I don't know, man. I have 2 mice in front of my desk right here. I could buy a VT0 and an X9 for probably less than what a Sora V3 costs. I don't know. Maybe Sora V3 comes in at a banger price of like $69.99. I doubt it. I would take both of these mice over that Sora V3 that I tried. Maybe not over the Owla. I don't know. I'm such a sucker for Amron Opticals, though, if I'm being honest. The Sora does not have Amron Opticals. They have gone to their, what do they call it? Hyper whatever. And they're using SPDT. Full-size sensor lens. Why Owla? Why, though? Whoa, that's a long stinger. Look at that. A long axle. No wonder I couldn't get that out. Flat base. Yeah, totally flat base. Yeah. Large sensor lens area, which makes me think they might have a 3311 variant because it's like a very large. Yeah, L7 Ultra Plus is so dang good. Okay, pictures. PCB, I'm gonna guess 8.3 grams. Oh, 9.17? It's a thick PCB. Oh yeah, it's a thick one. Yeah. They have a little spider thing on it. Realtek RTL 8762 MCU. Encoder is a 9mm TTC Gold. So I could put in a... I could go Alps in this. Again, all these pictures will be posted to Reddit, and if you ever want to search for any of my stuff on Reddit, the best way is just go into Google search and search mouse name disassembly Reddit. And you'll generally... they do a good job of search resulting my stuff. Somebody joined our Discord today asking for like the link. And it's just, guys, I Google it myself. Like how it usually happens is I'll post the pictures to Reddit and then I'll go on my spreadsheet and I'll input everything. Did I do scroll wheel already? No, I didn't. I don't know why I get the scroll wheel weight. I don't know what I was thinking with that. 1.44 grams is pretty light though. It's a nice, soft, spongy rubber too. I like that. Okay, so battery. Oh, well, first of all, I need to, this Ueden was like 9.7 grams, so I will label this. You guys got any other questions for me about certain mice or certain releases? Z7, and this is 9.7 grams. Like, it was pretty cool going over to Daz's and testing a bunch of mice that I don't plan on getting, like the Horus. The Vaxi XE is a very good comparison to the Horus. The Horus is just like, he let me borrow it. He was like, if I was like, are there any mice you let me like long-term borrow? He's like, yeah, sure, the Horus. Because it sounds like he's actually getting another unit for some reason. I don't know why. And I was like, dang, yeah, the Horus is a really nice mouse. Really nice. Everything about it is well made. I just don't like the shape. It's too like wide feeling. You should add managed phalanges in your description somewhere. Maybe it'll SEO better. Maybe. Yeah. What's a good way to send those DMCA Frank songs? Discord DMs or in some channel? Just ping me in Discord. Discord's the best way to get in touch with me. Discord DMs are fine. If you want to share it with other people too, you can do to the music chat and at me. Just ping me because I'll get a notification. You guys might notice I have my Discord always on Do Not Disturb, and that's just because I have Discord open when I'm at work, and I don't want to get dings, but I get the badge notifications, and I go and I address them when I have time. Alright, so for the battery here, we have a weird pinout. Look at that. RBT. Red Black Thermistor. Okay, Aula. Doing a deluxe where we put the thermistor at the end. Wait, what was the weight of this? 9.4. Awesome, we're gonna have a 6 gram reduction. This is gonna be like a 43 gram mouse. Actually a little bit less because I'm swapping skates too. Maybe like 42 grams, that would be nice, dude. Sad thing, but I was excited for new packaging tape today. I got this like really thin 1.8 mil packaging tape. I'm such a loser. I ship so much stuff. I wonder if I've hit 350 items on eBay sold. I know I hit 300 back in like early fall, maybe? It's funny, I think sometimes Dad's jealous of me because I don't have this whole review queue to worry about, like he does. And how I'm still able to like keep the hobby cash neutral by selling enough stuff. But then I get jealous of him when I see like that he's like making a good amount. I mean, it's not really jealousy because he's worked for it. But then I see how he's made like a decent amount of money, mainly from affiliate sales. Like you'll get small creators, you're going to get way more in affiliate revenue than you do in AdSense from YouTube. AdSense YouTube really doesn't pay well. Like all 68 Mousecast episodes combined, I've made like, I think I broke $100 recently. So, I mean, the amount of electricity I have consumed is probably, it's probably equivalent. Oh man, okay, so wait, did I put it away? It was, oh, I'm so stupid. It was, Red Black Thermistor. RBT. Okay. RBT. Y'all should have a little bit of respect, extra respect for reviewers who review the budget mice, because there's a lot less money in affiliate sales. So the greed aspect is significantly diminished. Do I replace that encoder, guys? It feels fine, but it's a 9mm, and I have plenty of 9mm. I will leave it. It's only like 7 out of 10 Nachi, but it has a decent amount of like dynamic friction while rolling. So it doesn't feel super stiff, but you still have a nice firmness where it doesn't freewheel or anything. But because it's only like 7 out of 10 tactility, but then there's still this high-ish friction, you can get it between steps. I think I'll leave it for now for the sake of time. They lubed it too. See the white lube on the forks? Dez is back into IEM, so he'll be super busy. Yeah, and IEMs aren't easy too, you know? IEMs are tough. No, I have a lot of respect for Daz. So I don't know if you guys know this, but before, in the very early Mousecast days, maybe even like slightly before the first episode, I don't quite remember, he was talking about how he's feeling such little satisfaction from his job, and just like, he has business ideas, but for a million different reasons, it's tough to invest the time and money and stuff into pursuing something that could go nowhere. And so he's just feeling drained at his job, and yeah, he got really into the mouse stuff, and he's like, I think maybe this was, we might have even talked about it on Mousecast in like personal ramblings when that was a more relevant section. So remember, the first Mousecast was in like November, and he started his channel in like December. So I think it was kind of that month of soul searching, if you want to put a label to it, where he felt more like, this is something I can get into, and it feels good that I'm actually building something, a YouTube channel that I care about. And for me personally, like what motivates me to keep going, good, we got an LED here, is I really like the meeting people aspect. That part's fun, I have to admit. Like, I'm really excited to meet ZK. I don't think people realize how big of a deal he is. I'll reload that scroll wheel a little bit. He has like 33,000 followers on Twitter, guys. He's an ex-pro player. And he's in the Yuki AIM group. And then now he's switched over and has been doing stuff for manufacturers. He was at Lamzu, now he's at Pulsar. I don't know if he's done anything else beyond that, we'll find out. He has like, his Twitch channel has a ton of followers? I don't know what the term is on Twitch. I don't know. I don't think people realize that Frosty's like actually kind of... And then it's cool talking to the people because they're all like real people, you know? No one that we've talked to has been fake at all. At all. I don't know if that's because the pod is like a nice, I don't want to say safe space, comfortable environment, or if it's just because, you know, none of these people are like big corpo types. Been using Echo Dash Ultra with Kale Opticals for some days, and I feel that it's better than what Daz believes it to be. It's uncoated, but the grippiness is not far behind an uncoated mouse. Yeah, I didn't say that when I was at Daz's, but yes, I agree. It is uncoated, but I actually felt it kind of grippy. I just chalked it up to my hands being maybe, you know how like, I don't know, you guys know like dirt grip? I remember playing Ultimate Frisbee, which like grip matters a lot in that sport. You know, if you put your hands in the dirt and then you kind of brush off all the excess, the like leftover remaining combined with like sweat or like the like sweaty palms and like the water evaporates off and you have the salt left over, the like extra grip you get from that is fantastic. So like, I don't know, I didn't want to, yeah. It still is kind of disappointing. Like the build quality, the side button squeeze is like actually kind of absurd. You do have to press kind of higher up towards the side buttons, but it is like Echo Dash. I'm glad you exist because, hey, I also really like the Omron Optical implementation in his unit. I don't know how the Kales are, probably pretty good, but it felt nice to click. The skates were rounded at least this time. It's like decently lightweight. It's decently spec. It's priced well. It's what, $60, but I think it's on sale for $50. But still, Mcho's L7 exists, like the non-ultra, the smaller X2 mini shape. Yeah, I don't know. I'd also love to see. Oh, I never took apart this side button PCB. Sure, we'll just do a quick little. We'll do 2 photos here. Yeah, it's nice to see the foam pads on this here. I might bend these clicks. Okay, we're going to take off the side buttons and we're going to bend the fulcrums a little bit, make them a little bit stiffer because they feel too light to me. I still like, okay, can I toot my own horn right here, right for a moment? Oh, look at this extra like side button reinforcement bracket they have here. Interesting. I hope I can get that back in the same place. I haven't seen these switches before. They're mini micros, black shell, green dots. Okay, so I'm going to toot my own horn here for a moment. I think the What's on Your Desk segment of Mousecast was a stroke of genius on my part. I think it's a really fun way to introduce every single episode. We haven't had as much, maybe I'm not that smart because it hasn't prompted as much like I thought we would get a lot more comments of like, hey, you have this thing on your desk, how's that been going? And I don't think there's been a ton of that, but I don't know, it's something kind of fresh and it's a good way to intro the show without, I don't know. You guys might have recently noticed I have changed the intro where I try to not do as much preamble. I used to try to get to the what's on your desk within 45 seconds, and now I'm trying to do that within like 10 seconds. Part of me has even wondered, should I like skip the intro altogether and it's just like, hi, I'm Daz, hi, I'm Phalanges, and then go immediately into the news. Because I do watch some other podcast news type shows. You know, that's not coming out, so we're not going to take it out. We'll just leave it. And the preamble can get annoying. But at the same time, if you just jump right into it, I feel like it's a little bit too jarring, especially for a long format content piece. I would have loved to see separate side buttons, but you do have a squeeze considerably harder than what you'd be doing in game, though. I don't know. You're talking about the Echo Dash. I'm not totally disagreeing with you, but I will say the Dash is worse than most other mice. Man, this is like a polycarb blend or something. This is like rather stiff. I love the what's on your desk section. Same. Oh, good to hear. Thank you guys. Personally, it's a little bit fun too when like I give Dad something to borrow and then I see it on his desk. Oh, here's a foam pad here. Interesting. Do I want to get rid of that? That might be cushioning it too much. Let's just see how this... Nice open shell. Is this... What is this? What? Look at this sticky substance here. I'll take a photo of that actually. This stuff right here. I wonder if that has been making my clicks feel like crap. I don't even know what that's from. So the recent poll about Twitter versus Reddit has me thinking, guys, do I need to get back to being more active on Reddit again? Because I switched over to Twitter because Twitter is such a larger community. Also, I feel like Twitter has been more positive. I feel like there's this cynicism that's popular on Reddit. You see some like mouse that's chopped to bits, and the top comment is always some snarky thing about like, you know, this is what mental illness looks like or something like that. And on Twitter, if somebody posts a chopped up mouse, people will react with like, they might have the same vibe, but it'll be done with images or GIFs or emojis or something, which is so much more lighthearted. I don't know, dude. On the like mod application thing, I didn't actually submit. Yeah, look, there's a little bit of the sticky residue on this side too. And it's not silicone. It's like adhesive from something left over. Sorry, I didn't apply to be a mod to mousepad review. I would consider one for mouse review. But I told the guy who messaged me, I was like, y'all should really do picture replies. It would make the platform so much more lighthearted and contribute to like, imagine if like there's some mousepad thread. They talk about like FAQs and stuff. What if there's a mousepad thread where people post like microscope pictures? I know there's already like Google Drives and stuff for that, but there's just room for improvement, dude. And it's frustrating that I don't know. I'm a big advocate for picture replies. I think it will enrich the community in all ways. The meme posts will become more memey and more fun. The serious, informative posts will be able to post pictures that are worth 1,000 words instead of just long-ass typed-out paragraphs. There are so many times I just don't even bother helping people out because I don't want to have to go upload it to Imager and then paste the link. Sorry. Okay, that might have been too stiff. I might have really yoinked that one. Let's see if that changed it. Yeah, that's better. All right, Falango. Reddit is a place for unserious individuals. See, I disagree. I feel like the Redditors are more serious than the Twitter people. I mean, of course, there's a bit of both, but the top upvoted comment is very frequently very cynical. It was mostly because that day Reddit guys like me were active on Mousecast during poll. Yeah, I know. It was selection bias or what other biases. Reddit has been a blight upon society for quite some time. I'm not that off-put by Reddit. Like, when I Google things, I very frequently append Reddit at the end if I want like an opinion on something. Their SEO with Google has just been really good. I don't know, maybe, do you guys use other search engines? I use Google. I even use Brave Browser, which uses a different default search engine. It uses the Brave search, I think. And I'm sorry, I hope I did this right. How did that, I actually gotta see how this went. I think I have it backwards. Kind of hard to see in my picture. Oh, I do have it backwards or something. Okay. Yes. Okay, it goes like this. So it's because this little fork goes towards the back one. I use Brave with Google. Okay, same. That's what I do. All hail Brave browser. The days of Chrome are over. Uh-oh, I got a message. Oh, it's a Reddit message. Sora V2, Viper V3, Pro, Final Mouse ULX Lion. Looking for trades. Hitscan Hyperlight 2C, Boards EX2 Crazy Light. This doesn't feel totally right. Okay, that looks right. That is so weird. It like rests above and it just rests there. Oh, it has a slot for the PCB. Oh, we're learning, chat. And this goes like this. Yes. Oh, look at that. That goes right in there. I should almost glue that, you know? Cool. Oh, nope, it's not clicking. Not cool. Now it's clicking. Cool. Okay. Plus Reddit if you want something useful. Yeah. But it has to be like opinion useful, you know? It's still like, I still use Wikipedia for a lot of things that are more factual. I know Wikipedia is not perfect, but you can always go to the sources. It's just a shame. Like, I feel like out of the past maybe 10 times I've checked Wikipedia sources, maybe like 2 or 3 of them have been like expired or broken URLs, like 404 page errors, that kind of stuff. And it's like, ugh. I want to believe it, it's probably true, but yeah, the source is gone. Wikipedia, man. I need to give them money. I still never have when they've asked. I use Wikipedia a lot, so I should. I should. I don't want Grokpedia. I don't know, man. I'm not as much of an Elon Musk hater as I think other people are. It is annoying seeing him in my Twitter feed when I don't follow him. I think that's a little bit of a power trip, egotism thing. To think your voice is so important that surely everyone on your platform that you own will want to hear. Oh, I need to send a picture of that. I don't know. I've worked with a lot of CEOs and business owners and stuff, and there definitely is a level of like, they build something fantastic and they share it with people, and it's great that they, you know, build employment and stuff, but then they have this like weird like social duty, like desire to then like, well, yeah, all these people are here working because of me. Ooh, I might have done that one too much, chat. I gotta rethink my life. I don't know. Then they get kind of full of themselves and being like overly prideful of, you know, I built all this for all these people and I need to continue doing things for them. But it's like a little bit misguided. It's like, yeah, sure, you know, keep growing the business or doing whatever you do, whether it's philanthropy or whatever. But there's this undertone of like, because I'm good at it and they deserve my help or whatever. Yeah, there's just like a... Anyway, that's just what I've seen from working at startups and small businesses. Not that every leader is like that, but some leaders can be. I do small donos for Wiki. I was scared it might just go away. Yeah, dude. If Wikipedia disappeared tomorrow, oh man. In fact, didn't I see, I think I gotta go a little bit more. Oh man, I'm sorry, I'm really fine-tuning this. What was it? Was it on the Linus Tech Tips WAN show? Were they talking about like the end of the world? What would you do? And was it Luke who said download all of Wikipedia? There we go. I think that's tuned pretty nicely. Yeah, dude, downloading all of Wikipedia would be a really good move. That's so much knowledge. And it's just formatted so well. It's such a good standardized format. The first 2 sentences, if you're just checking a page because you just have no idea what something is, the first 2 sentences gives you enough information. That's better. That's more like it, baby. Let's go. Now we're gonna have to pick skate color. Do we do red or we do white? Because to me they feel the same, so it's just a color customization thing now. Anyone going to play marathon? Ooh, Probably not me because I'm a loser. Is it free? That's the horse one. The horse FPS. That's all I know it for. Horses. I don't want to delete Marvel Rivals. Don't have any space in my hard drive for... Yeah. I like that. Yes, scroll wheel. I should have swapped the scroll wheel. That is okay. We will do that in a future stream. The question is, chat, do we do red skates? Or do we do white skates? They feel pretty much the same. Having a free stress test on the 26th, I think. Marathon looks sick. Is it out? I should look that up since you guys are talking about it. I am going to decide on... Oh yeah, Alva always does these silly little QC pass stickers on them. I guess that's good to see that they did do a QC check. Like, you guys gotta remember that QC in factory, it is like an actual process that costs money. So... Which I'm not saying that we shouldn't expect it. We definitely should, but... Whether or not there's a sticker, I would hope that it's done. But sure, the sticker maybe makes my brain feel better. Red looks... Red for looks, I guess. Okay. Done. Red it is. Red, red, red. Oh, Schwamper. Okay. You were so convincing. Yeah, this is another one that, like, you could get away without even base sanding this. You could just snip... You could, hobby knife the... I haven't done that in a while. Should I do the hobby knife trick? I could. So before I did base sanding, I probably will base sand this mouse. It's just such a good way to reduce a little bit of weight. Like, worst case scenario, you just make your mouse flat. Best case scenario, and then you have to cut a new groove in the button. Ask me how I know that. Best case scenario though, it's like M-Chose L7, which is already a lightweight small mouse, and I reduced it by like another 2 grams by doing a base sanding. Wait, what did I say? Did I say plus? No, L7. Just normal L7. Stupid name. Plus is not a different shape. No. Ooh. Whoops. I cut it a little bit. Right there by my thumb. Whoops-a-daisy. So Schwamper, you said you're in Washington, right? That would explain why you're up a little bit later. Okay. West Coast time. I had a friend in college who was from Washington State. But she lived in a beautiful home on the border of Washington and Oregon. Isn't Washington State one of the ones that people pump your gas for you? So, like, remember that was a thing? People forgot how to pump gas, and people were memeing on them for that. I thought that was Washington. Maybe that was Oregon. Anyway, I remember seeing pictures of her place, and it was beautiful. Her dad was like some director of some engineering company, so they were pretty well off, and she went to like a nice private school, but he made her work hard for things. He did buy her a car, but it was the cheapest car he could buy new. So it was a Fiat 500 with a stick shift transmission, because that was like $800 cheaper to get a stick. Super base model. And yeah, when she went to school, I'm in Michigan again, so that was a really long drive. She friggin' road tripped it. It's so crazy, dude, that you went to a wedding on the other side of the country. I assume you flew, because driving, I don't know how long that is, 20 hours? Insane, maybe even more. Dang, it's gonna have to be base sanded. This isn't... This rear lip. The front is nice and smooth, but the rear lip still has a little something here. Not Washington, Oregon used to. It changed a few years ago, yeah. More expensive to get a stick. Yeah, I know, and now it's the opposite. Yeah, I'm gonna have to base sand this boy. I'll still file this down because if I make it ugly, then it'll encourage me to base sand it. And you guys want a base sanding live stream, right? Which is actually a real shame because I don't want to live stream doing the base sanding because it's noisy. Like, the stream quality really isn't good because it's so loud. And it's a lot of repetition, and I'm not even up close to the camera, and I can't talk. I can't converse like this. So it's really just watching a dude in PPE grind away at something on a workbench 10 feet away. I really don't think it's compelling content. What I can do is I can do before and after. So I think the last time I did like a disassembly stream, because I learned I need to double check what my notes were. I had thoughts on the best practice if I were to do it again. And if I recall, it was wet sand. But okay, if you're gonna dry sand, leave the mouse assembled, and then just have an air compressor to be able to blow out any dust. But that if you're gonna wet sand, the wet sanding gets all up in the lens and inside the body, and it creates this like plastic slurry, this like plastic mush slurry that gets everywhere. So I think the strat was, if you're gonna wet sand, disassemble the mouse. And wet sanding, I found, was the play because you could get a better, you could get like a smoother finish, and dust accumulation was lower, and heat. I remember it was heat was a big problem. Yeah, because you don't want to warp the bases. So the fluid helps whisk away the heat. So wet sanding, I think, was worth it just for the heat alone. So then you not... My deluxe M800 base, I didn't ruin it. It's still usable, but like... When Shouldoge offered me a deluxe M800 replacement for 15 bucks, I was like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. Sorry, I know I'm ignoring chat. And are you guys just seeing my hair right now? I don't know. This might have been a hair stream. Make a video on how to sand. I don't want to know about blue/wet sanding. I probably won't do a video. I probably won't, you guys. I don't know, man. Sitting down and editing content is just so like... I'm more of a doer. I want to just do it instead of like... I don't know. Like, it makes me happy when I see, if you guys check my most popular videos on YouTube, on my channel, one of them is like a car head unit for my Mazda that I had back in the day. It has like 50,000 views. And that makes me happy that I like filmed that, because I didn't do that. You know, I just, also I didn't monetize my channel, so I didn't make any money off of these, even though I probably could have made a couple $100 in AdSense cumulatively. But I did those just for the sake of helping people. So like, I guess I could do like a sanding stream for the sake of helping people. But the problem is, it's gonna get, I would spend all this time filming and then editing, and it would be for 500 views. And it's not that I want some huge view count for AdSense. It's that I would feel like I did all this effort only for, so out of 500 people, you know, 2/3 of them are gonna, oh, I just cut myself, are gonna click off the video. they're really just there because like Phalanges posted a video and they're gonna watch the first 30 seconds of it and then click off. And then the remaining 1/3, like 166 people are gonna actually find it useful, and I'm gonna be like, was that really worth it? I don't know, man. It would be such an easy answer if it was like, this was my job and I just need content ideas. But alas, it is not. Okay, I'm not going to get it perfect. I'm just going to call that good enough for now. I will definitely base sand this one though. I mean, on live streaming, clip it, not like a separate video. Yeah, I know, but it's like clipping live streams, it's like half-assed. That's the problem. So if I make a fully edited video, that's going to be the most it's the highest effort, but it's the most useful to the most people, right? If I do a straight up live stream, then that's not really all that useful because you're going to really have to scrub through it to find what you're looking for. But I mean, at least it gets the content out there at low effort, in a low effort way. And then doing a clipped live stream is like an in-between that's much closer to just live streaming it without any clipping. I tried my Omron optical video. I tried clipping the live stream for that, and I just realized it's just not good enough. So I ended up like actually editing that video and putting graphics in it. Omron optical vid has 1.2k views in 4 weeks, maybe something like that. Yeah, but that's a much more lower barrier to entry mod than base sanding. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I need to listen to it. I need to do it, but the base sanding is legitimately a good model. Like out of all the destructive mods out there, it's probably the best one because you get big pad skate areas that on some mice are like, especially mice with split bottom skates, and you get weight reduction. And like, quite frankly, it's better than cutting up the base. The only advantage that I find of cutting up the base now is if I do my little magnet trick for dongle storage, which I don't think anybody other than me cares for that. Oh, okay. Is that Daz? Dude, you gotta go to bed. No, Daz.
No.
It's 12:30?
I was
Yeah,
working.
dude. You were working?
I had a late night change request that just finished 2 seconds ago. Yeah,
Oh, fun. I'm sorry.
it wasn't great.
What's a change request? What does that mean?
So like in a larger company, you have zero access to any elevated environment. So like we were trying to test something out in a higher environment. So like those teams only operate
Okay.
in the evening, basically, because you don't want to make any breaking changes potentially during the daytime
Yeah.
business hours. Yeah.
Neat. Okay.
Yeah.
So working environments have different like elevation permission levels for, to kind of
yes.
compartmentalize. Yeah.
Because there's like our local development environment, and then there's like our personal remote development environment, and there's QA environments, performance environments, production, and everything in
Gotcha.
between.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Bigger the company, the more locked down it is. So I was gonna hop in here a while ago, and now I'm just solo crabbing because I've lost the ability to record things tonight because of that. So
Rip.
yeah.
Well, unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to have time to crab as much as I would love to. I would get sucked into it, and then it would be 2 a.m. before I know it.
Oh, I was up till 2 last night, so yeah, I can't do that again.
Yeah.
Disaster.
Oh, you were in office today too, weren't you?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, I thought you do a hybrid.
It's like Wednesday, Thursdays when I go in.
Oh, okay.
Good thing too, because the heat died in the office, so they would have just sent me home anyway.
Oh yeah. It kind of sucks too. You have a bit of a commute. You got like a
It's like 30 minutes. Yeah, it's
oh
not the worst.
oh
It's
okay.
not great
Yeah,
though.
it's not great, but it's not. Yeah, okay. Okay. Well, this was a decently productive stream we did. We took a look at the WL Mouse Huan Celadon edition.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's quite cool, Daz. It's definitely more unique in person than product photos give it credit for, but the Huan
Okay.
shape just doesn't quite work for me. The
Gotcha.
There's not enough of a ridge on the right side for my ring finger to really lift.
Mm.
The QC on my Huan, I think you would rather like mine. The armor opticals are really snappy, but they're light. I've never felt armor
They're like-
opticals
mine were-
like this.
Heavier, were they not?
I don't remember.
They were really sharp, like a bit too sharp for my liking.
These are... No, I would not say these are too sharp. These feel really nice.
Okay.
Yeah. They're like a good Beast X, but lighter. And I just
I
don't like
see.
the lighter.
Yeah.
I still can't believe I got this thing for $80 plus shipping. After taxes, it was like $91. And this is like the limited edition Celadon, which was, I think, like $155.
Or I got the super boring one for like 80
Yeah.
on AliExpress.
Oh, from AliExpress, that's good. The Uweedon Z7 I like. It came with Amon Opticals from Rarzy, so thank you. The red looks stunning in person. It is so, like,
Oh yeah.
trippy.
I was like, I'm gonna change it up and go silver this time. Mistake.
And then I have the Aula X9 that I just finished modding. Small battery, Sora shape. Sure, it's like another Sora shape. I don't know. The only thing I didn't get to on the stream was the ML9 Mini and then ML9
Alright.
Big Boy.
Alan 7 Death. Fucking love this game. I'm trying to do the
Snail?
stupid shotties. No, I just couldn't kill the elites because I have the shotguns. And
Yep, shotgun suck. You just eat a hyper beam to the face because you have to get close.
I haven't had fun on the game in a while because I kept trying to finish the game out and all these weapons suck. No
Okay.
reason to start another one. What am I doing?
I do all mine by hand, says Schwamper. I think it's different than how Phalanges does it. Yeah, I use my belt sander. It's way faster. If you have one mouse, do it by hand. But I did, remember on my stream, I did like 43 or 48 mice, something like that. Yeah, dude, belt sander was the only way that was going to get done. Those are by hand only. Man, now I feel like a real nub. Nah, I don't know. Like an easy little mod here is I like these little sponges from the Dollar Tree for changing the coating feeling. They're just like a Brillo pad. They wear out quickly, like you maybe only get one, maybe two ice out of one, but I got a stack of like 15 of them from the dollar store, so I do need to get more. Okay, Daz, well, as much as I would like to hang out, I think I have to call it here, chat. Just in time,
Makes
because the
sense.
music is changing, and I don't know if this is DMCA free. Oh, my dog. Okay, wait, before we go, we have to look at the dog. How hard is it going to be to get a replacement side button PCB for an HTS Ultra? It's really easy if you just buy another HTS Ultra. What is this spot on the dog? Why is that dark right there? Look at this dark spot here, too. Is that tummy right there? Is that some pink tummy? Hi, Nova. Yeah, she always lifts her paw because she wants me to scratch her chest. Oh, she's so sweet. Yeah. Oh man, she loves bedtime. She loves bedtime. Okay, chat. I'm taking the stream down. My wallet hates you. Yes. Thank you guys for watching. I don't even know how many viewers we had this time. I saw at one point we had 17. I don't know. The thing doesn't refresh anymore, which is frustrating. Like, what?
It's so awful.
Yeah. Like, are they pushing us to use the YouTube Studio method? I don't even know what to call it. I didn't even tweet this one.
Oh well.
Yeah. Okay. Good night, guys. Stop streaming. Stop streaming.